Hello guys, how you doing? Brosy here and welcome to another Tears of the Kingdom fan art in watercolor. This is my third one. I'm gonna try to do one a day until the game comes out. Maybe I'll do some more then when I take awesome screenshots from the game, you know what I mean? Today we're gonna do Zelda. It was really fun to sketch her, just to know the character. Her design in this new game is just incredible. Like she has all this jewelry and all these like ancient stones on her forehead and her forearm and arms. They look a bit like the tattoos of Link that he has on the right arm, these weird shapes. You also found those shapes on Ganondorf's forehead. When I painted him yesterday, I noticed that they look a bit like wings sometimes, the way she has it on her forehead. So maybe they're gonna encounter this foreign civilization, you know. Now we're using like pretty light colors. We used yellow for her brightness of her hair, and we combined a bit of yellow with orange for her skin, and her garments are variations of green. We have a bit of blue on her earrings and sometimes in her bracelet and her necklace. I use a lot of water so the colors can just like dilute a lot and be as bright as possible. Now we're doing the background. The background, I'm gonna leave it pretty simple. It feels like it's a really bright day. I'm not gonna go a lot in detail on this one, on the background. Thank you guys for liking the other two videos, for the comments that I have. I'm happy that you enjoyed them and it just makes me paint more. Also, I realized I have to pre-order the game. I didn't do it yet. I'm gonna do it soon. Did you guys pre-order it already? I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I don't care about reviews. Here we have a small cut. We let the paper dry out and then we erased all the pencil from the sketch, so the drawing gets cleaner and cleaner. And we're using just thin brush for the shade of her hair, so we can be more precise of where to put the shade and suggest more her hair and her braids. We're using a combination of yellow, brown and a bit of orange that I have in this Ecoline bottle. It's really fun knowing that with just two colors you can show so much details. Just by doing the shadows on a bright surface you can show perspective and volume. I try to go less detail as possible. I don't do a lot of layers in this one, so I leave it more open and more clean than the other one, and that way it feels like this really bright day and you can feel the sun shining on Zelda from the background. The hair already has detail. We're using a bigger brush to finish the back of her hair. And now we're doing the ear and some details on the face. For her skin we use just a light orange, and we have a big spot of dark shadow on her back and on the back of her right arm. Two layers, light and dark shadow, and we already see the volume of Zelda. Do you guys think that we can maybe play with her in this game? Maybe in this game we can play with other characters. They show something in the trailers that other characters can help us in battle. Maybe she will do that. In the first one, the way I remember it, she was just like sitting with you on your horse at the end or something like that. She didn't like really help actively in the battle. Maybe she's gonna do in this one. She looks more like of a warrior. I saw in the trailer, it looks so cool. Sit down fighting next to you. That was amazing. So now we're kind of borrowing the orange and we put a bit more brown in it and we do the back of her hair. So we just move the color from one spot to the other to give this really nice effect. Now we're doing the eye, the mirror of the soul, right? The eye here, I think it has like the most accent. We're gonna get it a bit darker later. Working on her jewelry, and we're not far off to being done. We just have a few more details to do. Already looks like a really bright atmosphere, like this really warm sun that just pours his shine on her body, you know. We finally got that effect on her. Now we're doing some really dark shadow that you have in between clothes and where the sun just doesn't get as much. So it should be really dark, and this accentuates the volume. We have it in the back, we have it on the jewelry on her chest, we're gonna have it on the bracelet and the necklace, on the earring also, and of course in the eye. So this is kind of the final stage and the final layer with a bit of details everywhere. I really enjoy painting this. Today I felt a bit tired, but by painting it just relaxes me a lot, relaxes my mind, you know, if I think about stressful things, puts me in a meditation, you know, like in this really nice state of mind. That's why I love painting a lot on paper with watercolor. Other type of work doesn't do that. Like if I draw digitally, sometimes I can be in a nice state if I'm creating something, but usually I have some stress about it or something, you know, because it needs to be good. By using watercolor, I just let myself go and let myself guided by this technique. And I never think about how it's gonna look in the end or if it's gonna be similar to what I'm painting. It's just, I know I'm gonna be surprised, and if I'm calm and patient, in the end I'm gonna have a result that I'm gonna be happy with. We're almost done here. We're just gonna do just a few more details around her. And yeah, for this one, time-wise, it's kind of a simpler one. And I left it simpler like this because that's what it needed to. You know, sometimes you don't have to complicate yourself or do details just because you want to. Sometimes just leaving it simple, it creates better the atmosphere that you want. And usually when you have a lot of light in the scene, you lose a lot of detail, right? That actually helps this painting. Thank you guys again for watching this, and if you're enjoying it, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna paint more. If you have suggestions of what you would like to see from the new game, I'm gonna be happy to try them out. But for me, I'm gonna do this until the game comes out. I keep myself hyped. I love painting this. I'm happy to see you guys enjoy my process. See you tomorrow, guys, with a new painting.